Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome to XCOM Chimera Squad. This game came out today and it is not an official sequel to XCOM, but it is kind of like a spin-off game. It's out right now just for 10 bucks and well, I think on the 1st of May it's going to double in price, which is the price tag that they settled. It's just 50% off right now, so if you're interested in this game, this would be a great time to get it. I haven't played yet, so everything you're about to see is my first playthrough. Yeah, let's just begin. I'm very very excited to start. Now, I have read in various places that the normal difficulty mode is fairly easy and that expert mode is really where you want to be at in terms of wanting a proper challenge. So I think that is what we're going to play. We're not going to play impossible. I am going to play Iron Man mode, though. Let's see. Play with a single save that is updated automatically as you progress through the game. Failed missions must be restarted. In an Iron Man game, your choices and their consequences are permanent. Alright, so you can still restart a failed mission. Failing any mission results in total campaign loss. We're not going to do that one for now. Maybe on another season or something. Extended City Anarchy adds 5 levels to the City Anarchy meter, decreasing the strategic difficulty of the game. Nah. We are going to get the tutorial, we will show the subtitles, and heal between encounters is half heal. Okay, so you can also say no healing or a full heal. Well, half heal seems okay, I guess. Alright, let's continue on and see what this is all about.
2 minutes out.
Hey, Godmother. Is this like the old days? XCOM swooping in and taking it to the bad guys?
I wouldn't know. I spent most of the war training resistance networks.
Like mine. And for your many, long years of service.
Watch it.
XCOM attaches you to an untested squad and pushes it into the field before it's ready. How is this not like the old days?
I'm just happy to be here. I missed out during the war. Wish I could have pulled my weight.
For which side, exactly?
I find that very hurtful.
Sure thing, Advent.
We are through the checkpoint.
I was never actually Advent.
But they were fitting you for a blocky helmet.
Stow it, both of you. We're here. 3-1 PD gave us the all clear. Grab your gear and prepare to move in.
Alright. Which you might notice there are named characters.
What's your status?
And what's Verge's ETA?
Comms are working, obviously. Verge is en route.
How? Verge can't drive.
He hailed a cab.
To a hostage situation?
Focus. Whisper, any surprises in the next room?
A handful of hostiles, unaware of your approach.
Chimera Squad, take positions. Prep for breach.
Alright. So, there are some different things going on in this game. First of all, we no longer fight a war. We are actually a police force in an experimental city called City 31. And yeah, we have to keep the peace, basically. And as you might have noticed already, there is an alien in the group. In fact, there are several aliens in the group. We haven't seen all of them yet, of course, but there are a total of 11 characters. All who are named and nicknamed, so we cannot create our own characters. They all have their names, faces, voiceovers and all of that. So I'm interested to see where that is going to go. Anyway, we are now in breach mode. So, breaching. Chimera Squad begins every mission by setting up at breach points to get the jump on enemies. Preview the enemy presence at each breach point and modifiers that will be applied. Then assign agents to the available slots to determine the order they'll enter the fight. Okay. Alright, so select the breach slots to assign agents. Alright, so I suppose, well, Cherub. He has a shield, that's good, he can go in first. I think Terminal here is a medic, so she can go in last. And Godmother, I saw some of the trailers, basically that's how I know. Godmother is someone with a shotgun, so she can go in number 2. And then finally, Terminal as the medic can go in as number 3. Alright. big shiny breach button. Let's go.
Reaching in.
Alright, let's have a look. Breach targeting. Cycle through available targets with tab and left shift. Then use selected ability with enter. Alright, so we have an option. We have a trooper here who is on the alert. We have a 100% chance to hit. We can do 3 to 4%, yeah, 3 to 4 damage. We have, basically this is what influences our chance to hit. And then for the crit, that's 133%, wow. Right, so we have another character over there, 4 health. He's surprised, this one is surprised. And this one is alert. Now I think I saw something in a trailer or a gameplay video that, well, I haven't watched any people play through the game except for like the 5-minute explanation video. And I read some reviews, obviously, and I think that alert troopers, they get some kind of benefit or they can shoot you. So this guy will be the first to go down. Boom. Alright, then Godmother goes. 100% chance to hit on this one. Response level surprised. Surprised enemies receive a defense penalty and won't react during the breach sequence. Alright, so the other guy could have reacted during the breach, I suppose. Well, let's shoot this one in the face. Or the torso, as it turns out. And then we will fire at this guy. Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
I am Mayor Nightingale.
Is that our hostage?
Welcome to City 31's Memorial Museum.
It's just a recording.
As I often say, the lessons from our past inform the present.
Blah, blah, blah. History.
Focus.
Alright. So let's have a look. Agents and enemies take their turns one at a time. Their current place in the turn order can be seen on the unit flag above their head and next to their portrait in the timeline, which both update after each turn. Right, so this is the timeline over here. We can see Cherub goes first, then a hostile goes, and you can also see this is number 2, so he will go first, then Godmother, who is 3, and then this bad guy, number 4, will go. Anyway, agents have 2 action points each turn to use for movement, shooting, or abilities. Look for a blue shield to move into cover for defensive bonuses before shooting, or move out to flank the enemy for a better chance to hit. If we press on more info, use the timeline to determine when enemies will take their turn in order to neutralize them or protect teammates. Some advanced abilities and equipment will allow you to manipulate the order of the timeline. Some actions like shooting will end the turn regardless of how many action points are available. Alright. Well, let's have a look then. Turns are moving. Right click to move into cover and gain line of sight to enemy. Rotate the camera with Q and E. Okay. Well, I suppose we have a shield, we can get in close there. I don't know what the shield does exactly. I suppose it's going to block incoming bullets, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, let's move right there. Select an ability from the ability bar or open the shot HUD with enter. Well, we can press 1 to fire a weapon. 81% chance to hit or 65% chance to hit. Well, we're going for the 81. Boom! Knock that guy back into the wall. Oh yes, of course, and then he got the shoot. So that would have been the choice to make there. Would we try to kill this guy before he gets an action or not? Alright, so if we move over here, we can actually see him, supposedly. Let's have a look. Actually, yeah. Alright, well, there's still a wall in the middle, but let's see if we can shoot him through the wall. Oh, wow. Okay. So far, so good. It's a tutorial mission after all.
Huh. Interesting.
Contact!
Clear.
Urge? What took you so long?
Had to unpack a breaching charge.
Good man.
Not exactly.
You know what I mean.
I always do.
So creepy. Don't ever change.
Verge, form up. Any hostiles in the next room?
Yes. I can feel them.
Interesting. Alright, so everyone reloads. And would half heal at this point if they got injured, I suppose. Now, let's have a look. Multiple breach points and turn order. Some encounters offer more than one breach point with different risks and benefits. Consider whether to split the squad or send them all through the same location. Agents entering from the same breach point will enter the encounter together and be closer in the timeline. Okay, the order the breach points will enter is shown next to their name and can be changed using the arrows. Oh, I see. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's have a look. Agent damage is likely if we go through the main door, because it is closely watched. Enemies deal +1 damage during the breach. Or if we go through door number 2, we would have some protection. Seal the deal. Last unit through this entrance does +3 damage during the breach. Oh, interesting. Alright, so, well, only 2 people can go for this one. I suppose we can have our shield guy go in through the main door. That seems like a decent choice. We would then get Godmother in here as well with the big shotgun. Let us then see... We will have Verge go in first, or as number 3 here. Because, well, he actually has an assault rifle, but of course this is a sectoid, so he should have some cool PsyOps abilities, just like he had in the cutscene. So maybe we don't want him to shoot. Well, he's going to shoot anyway, but let's see. We were going to have Terminal as the last person, and she will get the +3 damage at the end of it. Let's go.
Stay behind me.
We shall move in.
Alright, he's surprised. Let's have a look. Surprised, aggressive, and surprised, and alerts. Interesting. Alright, so this character here is aggressive. Let's see. Aggressive enemies will shoot at XCOM if they aren't neutralized during the breach sequence. Alright, so let's take a shot at him then. Alright, so that is one threat neutralized. Then we have a surprise trooper. That one, there was one who was alert. This one right there, but our chance to hit him is pretty low, so we're not going to do that. This one, 98. This one has a shield. We can do 4 to 6 damage. Yeah, let's go for him. Ooh, he survived that. That's not very good. Alright, meanwhile then, we have Verge, who can take a shot. Oh, we have one up here as well, who is alert. Alert for 58 and 90%. This one is still surprised. We will do 3 to 5. But I think we should try to take this guy out, because he flanks us and we want the high ground. Alright, and then our medic. I like this. This is a really cool mode. This is different from the XCOM infiltration mode that you get at the start of most of the missions there, but it feels like an evolution of it. And I really quite like it. Maybe not for an XCOM 3 to take over that whole thing, but a combination of this would be cool. Or you could enter buildings in this way, but you would still have the concealment outside of buildings in an XCOM 3. I think that would be a really cool combination. Anyway, let's take that shot. That was a miss. But we would have done 6 to 8 damage. That would be really nice. Anyway, agent abilities. Each agent has a unique ability they can use every turn, eventually gaining more abilities from their class and equipment. Most agents also have the Subdue ability, a non-lethal attack that is low damage but guaranteed to hit. Use it to earn additional rewards and for certain mission objectives. Cherub uses the Charged Bash ability instead of Subdue. Okay. Interesting, so we can capture people alive, we don't necessarily have to kill them. So let's have a look. Kinetic Shields places an energy shield on self or ally to prevent all damage of the next attack. Cherub gains 1 charge when the energy shield is destroyed. Does not automatically end the turn. Interesting. And a Charged Bash bashes an enemy with the energy shield consuming all charge. If charge is consumed, deal damage in a cone behind the enemy. Damage increases with charge. Replaces Subdue. Well, I want to try that out. I think that would be really cool. So let's see. We can hit this guy. He's nearly dead. We can hit that guy. For the damage, I think it would be a good idea to try and knock one of these guys out. Let's go.
Book 'em.
Unconscious. So we're going to get some kind of special reward for that. That is going to be really nice. Now, as for troopers we can shoot, it would be a good idea to kill this guy, who my characters up on top should not be able to see, I think. So what is this? Scatter shot. Fires a shotgun in a short-range cone, damaging multiple targets, cost 2 ammo. We don't need to do that. Let's try and kill this guy. If it hits, he is dead. Nice. Oh yeah, of course, and then he goes. Ooh. Right. I forgot about this already. This is very different from XCOM. Well, XCOM 1 and XCOM 2. Or Enemy Unknown and XCOM 2. Anyway, let's see. Stupor. Verge psionically stuns a target for 1 to 2 actions and adds them to the neural network. Cannot target enemies in the neural network. I don't know what the neural network is, but I assume we are going to find out soon. Battle Madness. Verge psionically attacks an enemy's mind, making them go berserk and attack a nearby target. Adds them to the neural network. Interesting. So, also let's have a look. 62% or 60% to hit that guy. Let us try Stupor on this character who has a shield. Or I saw a shield icon. Maybe that's just indicating that he has full cover from us. Oh, and doesn't end our turn. Interesting. Alright, so let us take a shot at that guy then. That even hits. Some damage gets taken by the full cover, but we still damage him for 2. Hey, that's weird. He still gets to shoot. Alright, and then finally we have Safeguard. Terminal sends the gremlin to an ally to restore 4 HP, cleanse burning, acid and poison effects, and grant 20 defense. Terminal can target themselves with Safeguard. Does not automatically end the turn. Alright, that is good to know. Meanwhile though, we can move over here for a flanking position, so we are going to take a shot at that trooper right there. 96% chance to hit, and he's down. Now, another thing you might notice immediately is we don't have large maps anymore. This is all room scale, and it doesn't really get bigger than that. So that's kind of interesting. Alright, let's move the guy with the shield over to that flank.
Be quick about it.
We might take a shot for 3 to 4. We might even kill him. Or we might try to bash his head in. Kinetic Shields. Maybe on Godmother. Godmother is liable to be flanked. Let's try it out. I'm curious about that. Alright. Oh, and Godmother can move up. Well, that is perfect. Actually, I need to look more at the timeline, but I'm just looking at all the abilities and trying to figure out a nice way to make that work. Anyway, this guy is totally fucked, so... Shotgun to the face. Excellent, so that was encounter 2 of 3. We have 1 more encounter to go.
Set up the breaching charge.
I do like to make an entrance.
Alright, the next breach mode is active. This is a feature I really like. This is really cool. Alright, some breach points can only be accessed with special equipment or abilities. Once an agent with the required asset is in the first slot, other agents can then be assigned. Yeah, interesting. Alright, so only Cherub can go here because Cherub has the breaching charge. So he needs to be first. And then Godmother, she seems pretty powerful. Verge, Terminal. Let's breach.
Wait, hold.
Oh.
Hostage confirmed in the next room.
We need more than that.
3-1 PD has a live feed. Patching through.
If you surrender, I will advocate leniency.
Enough. This exhibit, it is about XCOM's role in our liberation.
I see you read the placard.
It doesn't say how they went soft and got weak. Now, it's up to us to light the spark.
He's holding a detonator.
Go, now!
How's this for an entrance?
Alright, here we go. This is really nice. Alright, so we have a surprise trooper, Surprise trooper, an alert trooper, but of course he's in pretty good cover. He's alert, and he's alert. All of the alert guys are in cover, that is not great. But we can try to take out some of the guys standing out in the open, so... let's... Ooh, that's not good. Well, let's... she does a lot of damage, so let's make sure that she does get a kill. Ooh, 6 damage. And I like that this does not end the like, it still slows down time, and you can see these guys flying backwards, but then it freezes time again. That's really nice. We have cover rush. I don't know what that does exactly, but I suppose we will rush to cover instead of shoot, or shoot while on the move, because I do still see this hand pointing up with a gun. Anyway, yeah, let's take that shot. Critical hit for 6. Wow. So 56, 56, 54. Alright, so if we take out this guy over here, we clear one flank, and that's useful. So we're going to take a shot at that guy. And we actually managed to take him down too. Excellent. Why do you take that position? That's really bad. Oh, we have another trooper back there who was in hiding. Oh, look at that. It's the airplane from XCOM.
I'll protect you.
Oh, there she is. Oi!
Cherub is down.
Terminal, stabilize him.
On it.
Verge, with me. Protect the mayor.
Confirmed.
Alright, so this is all part of the tutorial, of course. That's a lot of damage. That was 10 damage. Wow. Alright, so agents that lose all their HP will begin bleeding out over several turns indicated by the number in the timer. The mission will fail unless the agent bleeding out is saved with the stabilize ability, or the encounter is completed before the timer expires. Yeah, that's another thing, so the mission will fail now if someone dies. That's very unlike XCOM, but yeah. These are all named characters, it kind of makes sense they went in that direction. It's still a bit weird though. Alright, so let's see. Godmother goes first, then Verge, and then Trooper number 3, which is that guy in the back there. Could we actually... No, we cannot see him from there. We could see them from here. Have full cover. Move here. Yeah, we would be flanked from this position by this guy, but... we can do something with Verge to try and stop him. Number 5 is this guy in the back there. Anyway, let's move over here, shoot that guy in the face. Boom, 7 damage. He is super dead. Alright, and then Stupor stuns the target for 1 to 2 actions. Yeah, alright, so maybe it just pushes him down the timeline? I'm not entirely sure. Well, let's try it again. So he's number 2 now. And he's in stupor. Ah, maybe the first time failed and I missed it. That's possible. Alright, so move here now, I suppose. And then... oh. He still gets to shoot. I really don't understand exactly what's going on there. Right, meanwhile then, we can use Gremlin Stabilize on Cherub. Very important, he's only got 2 turns left. Well, we could have waited 1 turn maybe, but... let us then try to make a shot at him, and... that's a miss.
Moving.
Well, at least we're not flanked. Well... oh... that is not good. Alright, so Godmother is then back in action. It looks like she could move over here without being shot. The Overwatch is very small now. Interesting, so basically we cannot rush him in melee, but we can still move all around him. It's not the entire room. That is very interesting. Alright, so let's move Godmother around then. And then she is going to take a shot at this guy who is surely fucked. I like their blood puddles. They look nice. Alright, let's move Verge over. He actually has an assault rifle as well, so that's pretty good. Let's take a shot. That's a miss. Alright, can we safeguard? Yeah. Restore 4 HP, grant 20 defense. I think that's a good idea.
Back inside.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then we can take a shot, see if he hit. Ooh, nice. And Overwatch is removed. Alright, and that's a miss. Probably because of the gremlin drone that we have there.
I'm running low.
I would assume so anyway, but let's see. We cannot flank him exactly without drawing the Overwatch fire. And we cannot subdue him. So we are going to have to kill him. That is a bit unfortunate. I would love to flank him. At this point I really miss grenades. But the shotgun as a close combat weapon, yeah, has a pretty good percentage chance of hitting, so... But we cannot forget that this is XCOM, man. Oh. Alright, so Verge can shoot. And he's down. And that ends the first mission.
Mayor Nightingale, are you alright?
It looks worse than it is. Those medikits are really something.
Compliment accepted.
What about Cherub?
Yeah, I think so. Only thing injured is my pride.
And your diaphragm. And a few ribs.
None of this should have happened.
Most people say thank you.
I'm grateful, of course. But these people don't have the capability for any of this.
Explain.
I read their threat assessment. A month ago, these insurgents were all talk and no capability. The greatest threat they posed was to bottles of alcohol.
Why tell us? Why now?
City 31 shows the world how humans, hybrids, and aliens can keep a lasting peace. I'm the public face of this. Tonight, someone wanted what I represent to go up in flames.
We're not in town for local intrigue.
I know, but right now you're the only ones I'm certain are fighting for that same peace. Can I count on your support?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so, crisis at the museum. Cherub is gravely wounded, the rating is good. Well, this is the tutorial that was bound to happen. It's not our bad, really. Rounds to complete, numbers of encounters, enemies killed, 16 actually, that's quite a lot. From 1 captured enemies, there is a 20% chance to earn 20 intel. Oh, nice. Alright, so I'm happy I did that.
Package delivered to 31 PD.
She truly believes what she says.
That's why she's in charge.
Not too shabby for our first official mission.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Celebrate before a mission is complete. It's
bad luck.
Yeah, seems like. That's a building rank 3 field teams of each type unlocks assembly projects to gain additional... I didn't catch all that.
Mayor Nightingale perished in an explosion at City 31's Memorial Museum. The identity of her assailants is unknown at this time. The City Council asks citizens to remain...
So she gets vaporized the same day XCOM sends Chimera Squad to our city? You hear that voice in your head? That's me telling you to wake up!
Despite opposition, Mayor Nightingale's deciding vote brought the Reclamation Agency to the city. Without her support, Chimera Squad's continued presence is an open question.
Interesting.
Welcome home, Chimera Squad. The director wants to speak with us.
thanks for getting the mayor killed. Also, you're fired.
That's not helpful.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I'll patch the call through when you're ready.
I followed your action at the museum and its aftermath.
Director Kelly.
Director Kelly, I take full responsibility for what happened.
Stop. I sent you to City 31 because I believed you were ready. Tonight, you surpassed my expectations. 3-1 PD requested help within 3 hours of your arrival in the city. You answered immediately. Going in, you were under-equipped and down an agent. You adapted, as we trained you to do. And let's not forget, you rescued the mayor. You delivered her to safety as the city requested. Don't blame yourself for an outcome you couldn't control. Instead, let's focus on what's next.
I set up the map table. Ready when you are.
Head over there. I'll hold.
Alright, so there is a critical target waiting on the city map. Alright, so we are also no longer flying all around the world. As I said earlier, we are in City 31, and we now have the map of the city.
Welcome to City 31. During Advent's occupation, the city was a fortress supporting an active starport. 5 years after XCOM won the war, it's home to aliens, hybrids, and humans alike. There's new industry, self-government, and local agriculture to support the varied populations. Against all odds, this city thrived after the war. There were no retributive attacks.
Until tonight.
We don't know that. Not yet. But we can find out. 3-1 PD requested our help sifting through evidence at the Memorial Museum. They lost good officers today. Give them what they need and see what we can learn.
Alright, so let's have a look through all of this information. The map is where we see the status of City 31 and any current targets we can send our squad to respond to. Chimera Squad can respond to 1 target per day, after which the day automatically advances. Alright, so we have to make tough decisions. More info. Targets come in 2 types. Missions are tactical targets, the squad will go into combat on these, and situations are strategic targets. The squad takes care of these without entering combat. The current targets change every day, so watch the city carefully for new priorities. Alright, so accept. View the situation in the downtown district. Yeah, that's the only option we have, but so we have 9 different districts that we need to maintain unrest levels in. Right, so let's have a look at this situation. We will not encounter combat in this one, so we will continue this video to see what's going on there. 31 PD needs help pouring through the aftermath of tonight's attack. Mayor Nightingale's death has the city on edge. Let's do what we can to help. Send an APC. Sending the APC to resolve the situation will automatically advance a day. Are you ready to proceed? Yes, we are. Alright, situation results. We've done what we can to aid 31 PD. Commissioner Malouf passed along her thanks for helping her officers bear the weight of this attack.
Your work with 3-1 PD opened a few doors. Here's what we know. A crude plasma bomb killed the mayor. The insurgents had no access to materials for that.
Does that mean they had outside help?
Most likely. There are 3 groups in City 31 with access to this kind of ordnance.
Alright. Choose a faction to be the investigation target. The target faction cannot be changed until it's resolved. Interesting. So, the Progeny. A loose network of human psions. Their vision for City 31's future is entirely psionic, whether the city wants it or not. And we have Grey Phoenix, an organization of alien scavengers. They have quietly amassed the kind of weaponry Reclamation is mandated to recover. And we have, I cannot quite read this, Sacred something. An underground religious movement for hybrids. They preach salvation, but only to those who once fought XCOM. And I see a chrysalid on the background there, that's quite scary. We're going to ignore those guys for now. These guys seem to have good weaponry. And psionic, well, I think the weapons. Let's go for that. I don't know if we can get actual benefits in terms of weaponry or other things from these guys, but we're going to go for Grey Phoenix.
Grey Phoenix is a group of primarily muton scavengers operating in the city. Recently, they've armed themselves with highly restricted weaponry. That puts them on our radar.
Director, these are local criminals. Isn't that 3-1 PD's jurisdiction?
True. The Reclamation Agency supports local police, but we're also required to recover dangerous material.
From those who would do the world harm, and each of those groups is neck deep in the stuff. So what next?
Focus on a single group. Investigate, dismantle their operations, and take them down.
Meanwhile, we look for any links to the mayor's death. Either way, a dangerous organization is off the streets.
Exactly. The city wants justice for Mayor Nightingale. This is how we help them achieve it.
Alright, tackling investigation. Every investigation has 3 stages. Groundwork from this first mission, learn about the faction and their methods, then operations. Hidden missions that must be revealed, then completed to knock out the faction's main plans. And finally the takedown, stopping the final attack and end their threat to City 31. Accept. Active operation. Investigate Grey Phoenix. We need to know more about Grey Phoenix before we can proceed with our investigation. Right, so faction overview, an organization of alien scavengers. They have quietly amassed a kind of... yeah, okay, I know. Investigation log. The 2nd of March, investigation opened. Faction leadership. Grey Phoenix leadership have exceptional technical capabilities. Their extensive local connections suggest time in City 31 before the war. No active dark events. Okay. I suppose we can go back then. And now we can visit the assembly area.
Check it out. Headquarters sent us an assembly. And with the right patterns, we can build anything. Or we could with the latest version. What you're looking at is the extremely finicky 2038 model. It'll take time to stress test our patterns, but once we have them, we're good to go.
Alright. Assembly projects are how you get access to new or better items and equipment. Each project can unlock new items for XCOM supply, new weapon or armor upgrades, or a variety of other useful things. Agents assigned here decrease the time it takes to complete a project. You can advance one assembly project at a time, which takes multiple days to complete and usually costs resources such as Elerium. You can assign an agent to assembly duty to speed up the current project. However, they will then be unavailable for missions or situations. Okay. Elerium is one of 3 resources reclamation requires. It is spent to complete projects in the assembly. Alright, so select and start an assembly project. We have Android personnel. And nothing else. So Android personnel. Construct the Android Ops Hub. This network allows us to use androids on tactical missions and enables new assembly projects. So costs 10 power, or Elerium actually seems like, and 2 days. Grants 1 android tactical unit. Android units become purchasable in supply and unlocks all entry-level assembly projects. Alright, begin. And where do we add a... oh, we have 4 different guys. Well, I'm not going to add any one of these for now. I need 4 people. We have a new recruit. You can now select an agent to add to your squad. Alright, let's click on that. The Armory is where you manage your agents. Loadouts, manage weapons, armor and other items, agent abilities, agent biography, and tinting the color of the armor. Yeah, there's not much customization in this game except for tinting armor. So select an agent icon to begin management. More slots become available in loadout by completing assembly projects. Promotions are awarded to agents based on their performance in combat. New ranks come with increased stats, new abilities, and new training programs, all of which you see and manage here.
The director convinced the city council we're too understaffed to be effective. This means we can bring more agents to City 31. It's not the whole squad, not yet, but it's something.
Alright, let's have a look. We have Axiom, Torque, and Blue Blood, and they all have different classes and abilities. So Axiom is a muton, high damage, cover destruction, surrender or don't. I'm fine with either, are you? Oh. 9 health, 12 mobility, 65 aim. This guy has better aim, but he is a precision shooter, so I guess a sniper. Or multiple shots, so I don't know exactly, but do it the smart way. The hard way gets you killed. He is Deadeye. Agent takes, or it's a skill he has, takes a shot with minus 15% aim penalty for a plus 50% damage boost. Does not end the turn if used as a first action. Interesting. Desperado, standard pistol fire and Deadeye cost an action and do not automatically end the turn if he has actions remaining, and locked for now the Lancer shot. Agent fires his Lancer pistol at a target, ignoring all cover bonuses. And Torque, moving enemies, allies, and poison. Quotes? Sure, Whisper. Can you quote this gesture? How about 2? Okay. So this is obviously a snake. Like the Vipers from XCOM 2. And those, I think, are very interesting. Bind. Agent wraps up an enemy, dealing damage and preventing them from acting on their turn. Bound enemies cannot be targeted by XCOM for risk of damaging agent. Okay, free action. That's a free action, that's nice. And tongue pull. Agents shoots out their tongue to grab unit and pull them into melee range. Can be used on enemies and allies. Some oversized targets cannot be pulled. Now another thing that I happen to know from the preview trailer is that some agents can use special breaching locations, and Torque is one of those guys, so I'm going to get Torque here.
Torque?
Whisper.
Are we good?
I don't know. Did you get a lobotomy?
Can't say that I did.
Then no, we aren't good.
Well, at least things are back to normal.
Okay, interesting. Also, poison immunity and is adaptable. Can naturally enter through vent breach points. Yeah, so that's really cool. Anyway, let's go back. That's the only character we could add at this point. That's really cool. Agents idle. Right. Critical mission. This mission must be completed today. Investigate the Grey Phoenix. And then we have a credits resource. Credits are one of 3 resources Reclamation requires. They are spent in supply to both buy new items and upgrade existing ones. Okay. Investigate the Grey Phoenix. Send APC. Difficulty easy. Right. So, this seems like another... Yeah, this is a combat encounter. So we are going to do that in a separate video. If you've watched this so far, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.